Hey, what do you say, everybody? Killer Mike here. So, since my internet has been crap lately and I haven't been able to stream or play on multiplayer servers really, I figure I'd start a Sandbox series and kind of walk you through my method of playing just the PvE element of the game. I'm going to try to break down everything that I'm doing, but if I seem to have missed something or you have a question, leave it in the comment or join my Discord. I'll have a link for it in the description. And feel free to ask the questions that you have. I've got 7,000 hours in the game. I'm going to try to break everything down the best I can in the moment. But if I miss something, just holler at me. So for a character build, let's start here. For a character build, I am going to build out this character specifically to not level up things that take a long time to level up. Now, because I understand how to lockpick, which is a very crucial element in the game, I don't need advanced thievery. I don't even need medium thievery, especially since we're only playing against PvE element of the game. So I'm going to drop dexterity down to 1 and strength up to 5. Now, strength up to 5 is going to give me a great benefit because of the carrying capacity that I can do. Now that they've added a weight system and make your character overburdened in the game now, having 5 strength is important. But if I was going to play on a multiplayer server or a PvP server, I would probably try to drop this down to around 4, and then raise this up to 2 or 1.5 and 4.5 to get this up to medium thievery. That would be my main goal, getting to medium thievery while still having the maximum amount of strength that I can carry stuff. But since I understand how to lockpick and we don't have any player threat to worry about, we're going 5 strength and 1 dexterity. Now I'm gonna build out my character real quick. And we'll talk about skills. So the skills, like I said, I don't want to level up this character. I want to play the game with the best attributes that I can and not have to worry about leveling something like a grind to level something up. So that's going to be brawling, melee, running, medical, and as much thievery as I can. Now, like I said, if I would have took 1.5 meat dexterity, I could have got this up to medium thievery. And if you're not a very good at lockpicking, I would definitely try to get to medium. I feel that you can learn how to lockpick at medium thievery. I've been playing and lockpicking for about 2 years now, and I feel that somebody can learn how to lockpick at medium thievery. It's not going to be easy, but I feel that you definitely can. So those are the things that I don't want to level up. And I don't want to level these up because brawling takes the longest. Melee takes the second longest out of strength. Rifle and handgun are super easy to level up once you get money and ammo. And archery, I'm going to have medium archery pretty quickly. So I don't really care about archery. Running you can only level up by running, jogging, or riding a bike. So that's tough. That once you get a vehicle, you probably won't never run again, really. And endurance you level up doing everything, so that's easy to level up. Thievery's hard. You got to basically pick locks, and that's it. But like I said, I feel that you can learn thievery with medium lockpicking or thievery. I feel like you can learn lockpicking with medium thievery. So it's easy. Driving, motorcycling, and aviation are just those. You drive a vehicle that are related to those groups, and you level those up. Those are easy. Stealth, you got to sneak around and crouch, crawl, walk everywhere you go to level up. We'll kind of level that up as we go, but I think it is an important skill, but I don't think it's important if you take your time. Demolition's going to be important for kill boxes. Now, we don't have to build C4 or mines or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about the PvE element of demolition. So the only thing this is going to be relatable for is kill boxes to basically give us a better time to cut wires for the kill box, and maybe we'll show you that. But this is easily leveled up once you get into a kill box as well. So awareness, you're gonna level up throughout the entire game. You know, just finding stuff, exploring, doing things like that. The more stuff you find, the more this will level up. Sniping, you can actually level up with rifle. So once we get some ammo, once again, we'll level rifle and sniping up at the same time. Camouflage, you just lay in the grass. You literally just lay in the grass and you level this up. And you guys can go through these. They pop up a little side box up there for what these things do. You guys can go through these on your own. Survival's going to level up while we craft and do different things like cutting animals and just making things and stuff like that. Cooking and farming, those are pretty self-explanatory. You cook and you plant garden and stuff like that to farm and to level those up, and you'll level them up pretty quickly. And then they're just time savers at the end. Once you level them up, they're just time savers. Engineering's a pretty easy one to level up, and it is important if you're playing in like a low resource server, but I'll show you guys how we'll level that up some. But medical is the hardest one, man. There's nothing you can really do to level this up fast. I actually played with a character that I took no medical, and it took me like months just to get past basic, leveling it up naturally. And you used to be able to buy things in the trader to craft to level things up, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. So literally medical is the hardest thing to level up in my opinion. So I do not take medical. I do not play a character without taking medical. But that's kind of the gist of what I'm doing for the character. So let's jump in, see where we land, and we'll get this going. You can take this new player protection if you're a new player. It basically just lets you spawn in and land and not have to worry about any of the PvE threats for a little while, 2 hours to be exact. So you can do that if you want. I'm not.
My life was a peaceful one. Even so, I never realized how full my heart was until they ripped it apart. They took everything from me! Now I'm on the island, just like hundreds of poor fucks who share my fate. And just when I started thinking I can make it, Tech 1 is at my throat again and again. I swore to myself I would survive. I refused to be just a memory. A beautiful lie. Death was never an escape. This time, I'll decide how it ends.
Alright, so this actually is not a bad spawn, okay? So, right there is the trader, and honestly, I'm going to utilize it in the very beginning, because since we're this close, I'm going to do that. Now, right here, there is a World War II bunker. We're landing in A0. There's really nothing else in A0 other than the trader and this World War II bunker, so let's go ahead and land. Now, I usually play with the deluxe pack, which gives you a bunch of extra things when the start, and it changes the color of your prisoner outfit, but I'm going to start from scratch. I do have Dina turned off, so she's not going to talk to me, but I do still have the task that we can do here in the corner, and we're going to do that since we're so close to the trader. We're going to utilize Dina and the task, because what it's going to do is give me fame points. And my first goal when I land is to acquire thread or sewing kit so that I can make armor and to level up my bow as quick as possible. Those are usually my two main missions when I hit the ground. So I'm gonna start by doing this mission, and you can just follow along with what she says. I'll skip through all this for you guys so you don't have to watch, but you guys could easily follow along with the instructions. I'll be right back as soon as I get all this stuff crafted up. Alright guys, so I made it to the crafting bow and arrow this portion of Dina. Now the one thing I am going to do differently is when I get to this portion, I'm going to craft an axe because it's going to give me the most benefit from crafting these things. Once I craft this axe head though, I'm gonna go ahead and back off. There's a bear over there, so I'm gonna back off this just a little bit here. So, like I said, I'm going to craft an axe over this knife once I get to the bow and arrow portion of this, because it's going to make my life a lot easier. So, let me go ahead and craft this axe and I'll show you why. Alright, so now that we have our axe, I'm going to finish up with these sticks that I have on the ground and make a couple arrows. But we won't have to worry about needing any sticks here in a minute. We won't have to continue cutting down small bushes. Actually, I need to make one more rope for the bow. It says make arrows next. We'll make arrows next. I'm going to use this. Alright, made some arrows, picked those up, and I'm going to go up here to this tree. So instead of continuing cutting down like 15 bushes, I'm going to just cut down this tree. And then I'm going to cut this tree branch into sticks. So now that we've got all these sticks we can break down now, I can make all kinds of arrows and bows and rope and all the stuff that I need. But I would do the axe right from the get-go if I wasn't worried about the fame points. But because I was worried about the fame points, I went ahead and crafted the knife and did the spear and all this other stuff. But most of the time, I'm just going to craft the axe, cut down a tree, and get straight to work. Alright, that should be plenty of sticks. Let's make a rope. Now, I like to utilize this current craftable items thing, but I kind of understand what I need in the space that I'm working in. So, you can go through and do all or whatever, but I like to just work out of this craftable item. So we have an option between the 20-pound and the 35-pound bow. Now the difference is going to be your strength and your archery. Now if I took archery, you could definitely go with the 35-pound straight from the beginning, and because I took strength a lot and all the max that I can take, I can go with a 35-pound bow from the beginning. But if you didn't take either one, I would just start with a 20. So we're going to craft the 35. Put that in our inventory. We don't need this spear. So anyways, I got that patching wounds one done. You could just follow through and do those. I had to cut up some more clothes, but yeah, it's not that big a deal. Anyway, so since one of my goals is to level up archery as fast as possible, I'm gonna take as many arrows as I can. Alright, so we don't need this. We can make another one. Now, if I was playing in a multiplayer server, I would have destroyed the starter card from the get-go. But because I'm playing in a server where I am going to be the only person, I'm just going to keep it. But for future reference, if you keep this starter card, then you have a good chance of losing all the money in your bank. Because if somebody gets a hold of the starter card, they can literally drain your entire bank account. So always destroy your starter card. Now we're going to go down here to this World War II bunker and see what kind of money we can make. I am going to take on every puppet that I find because I want to level up my archery. Now, if I run into an armored puppet, I'm going to shoot him in the armor. I'm not going to try to kill him as fast as possible. I'm going to try to get as many hits on him as possible. I'm going to search these guys as well. .357 ammo. That's not a bad find. So realistically, we can go ahead and craft a improvised pistol, which it's not hard to. We just got to get the materials to do it. It's not hard to make this. So we'll keep the .357 for now. That'll help us against NPCs. So they have nothing that I want. Let's continue searching. At this current moment, because my main goal is to find thread. Wow, look at that. Now we find some shotgun shells. We'll be good to go. There's some shotgun shells. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Unpack that. Now the problem I have is this durability on this thing. I need to find a repair kit to continue with this. But I could sell this and get the money we need, to be honest. That's probably what we're going to do. We're going to sell this to get the money we need, and we'll keep the shotgun shells and craft the improvised shotgun instead. It's going to be slower. It's going to be slower than this, but we want thread as soon as possible, and that's probably going to get us our thread. Let's keep looking for stuff. Can also search these mattresses for money. There's $24. All right. Well, coming here was a success. So let's head over to the trader. and get us some thread. So I am going to craft this shotgun I'm going to try to craft this shotgun while we're at the trader. We'll definitely find scrap. If we find the bolts, that will be the question. But I'm going to run over here to the trader, which is right down the way here, and then I'll be right back with you guys. I'll come back if something exciting happens. So real quick, just to finish off our food and water objective that's on our screen here, I just went ahead and searched one of these cactuses, and we're going to eat that. Oh, wait, hold on. It wants us to open up metabolism. Open up metabolism and see what we got going there, and now it's complete. Okay, so now the mission's complete. Alright guys, so since my character spawned down here in the deserty area, food is going to be a little bit of a problem. So as I'm running, I'm at 50%. I'm almost at 50% in my energy and 50% in my water. As I'm running, I'm searching all of these cactus and eating them. And I've also have these here as olive bushes. Didn't get anything from that one. These are aloe vera, so we can eat that as well. Now, the only thing you got to watch for is this food repulsion, because if your food repulsion gets too high, you'll throw up everything that you have. So just keep that in mind. But I am kind of munching on things that aren't very nutritious as I go, so I can keep my food up. That way I don't run into an issue. Once we get up into the wooded area, then that changes things. If we landed in a snow area, that really makes a difference, because in the snow area it's tough to survive. There's not much food up there at all. So you probably should get out of the snow area as quick as possible if you don't know how to manipulate the game. But since we're down here, I'm going to keep pillaging for different foods and eating them while we're on our way. We're almost to the trader. It's just right over here. Alright, so we made it to the trader, and the first thing I'm going to start doing is searching these cars, because I need to find those bolts or nails that we needed for our rifle, because this does bolts or nails. But since we made it into the trader, let's go in here and see what our rifles were, our shotguns worth.
If you're trying to rob that thing
Sell
registered,
$235. Perfect.
Nobody cares.
So we sell this for cash. If you're crunched for money, sell it for cash and buy what you need before you put it in your bank.
If I don't see
So we have $259 right now. So the next thing we're gonna do is go over here and we're gonna search for thread. Right there, $154. We can buy one. So we're gonna buy one of these. We'll probably have to get rid of one of our arrows so that we can hold it. But we will buy one of these. And now we're gonna continue searching for cars for our nails and bolts. And we may get lucky and find a needle for our sewing kit. So we need a needle for our sewing kit. Now, we might find a needle, but we can also go up the road here and kill a puppet and get a bone needle. So, you know, win-win either way. We got the thread. That is the most important thing to find in the very beginning of the game, because it's going to allow you to craft armor. Which is here. So we also need to collect the things for this as well. So if we can't find the bolts, we can always gather enough scrap to make the bolts, which is one of the reasons why I say this is a good spawn, because we can go up to the scrapyard and we'll have all the bolts and nails and scrap that we'll need. We can also go here as well. There's cars and stuff in the brickyard too. So out of one of these two places, we will definitely have armor. We just need to be careful for NPCs in between here and there. So let's continue searching the cars, and we'll see what we get. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so we found our bolt and a nail, so we can craft our shotgun right now. Let's get us another knife. What do we need? We need 4 scrap still and 2 logs, which is not that big a deal. Now we need to be careful because it says we need rope, so it will use our thread as rope. So we need to be careful of that. Make sure we do not do that. So let me grab my knife. We'll go over here. Cut a bush. And from here, we can make our rope. And we got our logs. So we just need to go over and collect 4 pieces of scrap. Okay, go up here, make our rope. Now we got our rope. So let me go ahead and put our thread right here on the ground so we know where it is. Let me put our bolt and our nail on the ground here as well. I'm going to drop the arrows as well. That way I have room to carry the 4 scrap that we need. If you can't pull this scrap out of the car, just drag it to the ground and then put it in your bag. It kind of bugs out when you search it and then not pick anything up. Alright, so there's our 4 scrap. There's our thread. Let's craft our shotgun. So like I said, the most important thing here is not to use our thread. So alright, improvised rifle crafted. We can grab our arrows again and we can load our shotgun. So this is step number 1 for this is definitely a good step in the direction for protecting ourselves against NPCs. Grab our thread again, so we're good here. So we searched all those cars, let's search these cars. Still hoping for a needle, but there's more bolts and nails. Question is can we use bolts or nails, or does it have to be a specific? It has to be bolts specifically. Okay. Let's see how many more bolts we can get. Lead plate's good. I would like to start collecting lead plate now, but yeah, I want to keep the rag. Yeah, it's okay. I would like to have the lead plate because of building a box, which is what we're going to do here soon. But we're going to go to the scrapyard. We'll definitely find lead plate there. There's another bolt. Now, I am skipping stuff here. Like, this is a quest item. This radio I can sell. There was something else somewhere else. But, like, I am skipping stuff here. I could maximize what I'm doing, and there's some more stuff to sell and another quest item. But it's going to be a minute before we really desperately need those things. Like I said, I could sell stuff and try to get different things. Locks is another one I can sell. Like, we could go buy food right now. Honestly, we probably should, to be honest with you. Yeah, we probably should buy some food. Let me put this in my hand. We'll go over and sell it. We'll grab that radio as well in a minute.
Here's what I got. Let's see what you have.
There's $18. So how much money do I have right now? I got $123. I think it's $300 for rice. If I was going to buy any kind of food, I would buy rice. Let's see what this radio sells for.
Welcome, welcome. Here's what I got. Let's see what you have.
$62.
Stay safe.
This isn't going to sell for much.
No loitering. Prices are not. If you want me to buy that, you better give me a good price.
It's not going to sell for anything, actually. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was hoping to find a cell phone as well. Finding a cell phone would have been great in here. We do have a couple other places we can search. Let's take that. We can sell that for sure.
What's up? Guns come unloaded. Security reasons.
$23.
That thing registered?
Puts us up to 208.
Kidding. Nobody.
There's a good sell.
Welcome, friend. What's your poison? A fellow merchant, eh?
$24.
Hit me up when you...
And actually, if I remember right, there was a motorcycle fender in here, so that's going to sell for pretty good money. And a work... Oh, there's two of them in here. Let's drop both those on the ground and take this work light. So we can definitely get us some food right now.
Welcome, welcome. Let's see what you
Work light
have.
sells for $52. And we're up to 284.
Bye.
No loitering. You either buy or if you want me to buy that.
$34. That's 300. That gives us enough for rice. But let's just go ahead and sell this anyway.
No loitering. Prices are not negotiable. If you want me to buy that, you better give me a good price.
$360. So
Goodbye.
we literally landed just right here. We came down here to the World War II bunker. We picked us up a shotgun, came over here, sold the shotgun to buy our thread, which is going to save us here in a little while.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse. Here's what I
And then
got.
we found a bunch of stuff so we can sell to buy rice. I always buy rice. This is going to last the longest as far as buying something to eat. So when you buy this, you get 10 uses of rice. I'm about to drop some arrows. But you get 10 uses of rice, and this is going to kind of stretch us out a little bit. There are other things you can buy to compound with that, but we have $18. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it,
Welcome, welcome. Here's what I got.
how much is a mobile phone? I think it's a mobile phone. Okay, $1,200. I was thinking if this was cheap, we probably could have went and bought that so we could start Quest, because if we could buy that, then we could start Quest and start really ramping our money and our fame up. But since it's not, oh, I guess we can, yeah, we got to find the mobile phone first. So that's our first quest there. That's the first thing we can do. So there's a couple more cars out here we can search to try to find it. But as of right now, we're on a really good roll right now. I mean, we've got a rifle already. We've got food. We've got thread, and we are 30, 40 minutes into our gameplay. So, I mean, that's in a PvE server. That's huge. It's huge. PvP server, that'd be even, you know, that's crazy. Some more bolts. We need the bolts. Some nails. We can continue selling this stuff, but honestly, I'm not going to nitpick for a couple dollars now. I think you can search these as well. Yep. Can you search all of them or just one? Just one. Nothing in here. All right, there's one more place I want to go while we're in here. And that's down to where the fishing hut guy is. Take a bite of this rice since our food's getting low. So the rice is going to give us carbs, but protein's what we want. It doesn't really give us too much protein. It does give us some, but the carbs is what we're going to want. So as long as we got the protein in our system to protect our strength, that's what we want. So the carbs, eating the rice is going to give us carbs, which protects our protein. So it's another reason why I bought rice, and we're going to have 10 uses of rice to go with it. So oh, looks like we got some stuff up here. Nice. There's a jacket and a drink. So that's good. That's good. Let's see what else we got. There's another nail. Just walking around, my inventory open. There's lots of spawn points around these places. You just gotta know what you're looking for. You can search that. It's another bolt. We're getting close. I think we need 3 more. It'd be nice if I could find the bolts I need. There's a pair of gloves. That'll be helpful.
Ahoy there!
Okay. So we didn't find all the bolts we needed. We need 3 more. Because what else do we need? I would like to take the scrap now, because there's a good chance that we find our needle and 3 more bolts here pretty quickly. So I think what I'll do is I'll take the 5 scrap we need, being that we just found the jacket. And that way we'll have everything we need to craft armor as soon as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Nice, nice, nice. We are on a good roll. We're on a good roll. All right. Well, we don't need anything else here. We really capitalized on our time here, so we're good. I'm gonna keep searching for some food as we go. But we're gonna head up the road here. There's like a little farm vineyard type plot here that we're going to go up to and search. We might find some more good stuff there. We'll definitely get some puppets, maybe some, might run into some NPCs though. So, got to be careful about that. Protein. Got to be careful though. They will give you a lot of food repulsion. All right, I'm gonna get some stamina. The little place I was talking about is just right up here now, so we got to be careful. So my main goal here, we're going to head to this place, this little farm right here. And then I think from here, we're going to make our way over to this gas station and try to get a good backpack. And then we're going to utilize the brickyard to finish off our armor. Hopefully we don't run into any NPCs on this route, but there's a good possibility that we do. I am going to take my time here because they can spawn in here. Doesn't look like we're going to run into any of them or puppets by the way it looks. I was hoping to find a puppet up here. I think those gloves are better than ours, ain't they? A little bit. Just keep looking around for NPCs and puppets. Keep searching stuff here. We got candle. Could sell it. Could sell it. These barrels usually have grapes in them. There used to be trees here that you can get food from. Doesn't appear to be the case anymore though. We got there potato, there's grapes. Okay, so that gives us water. We're gonna leave the potato. It gives us a lot of food repulsion. Plus we have rice now, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna head up to this gas station, so I'm going to run that way, and if I run into something, I'll let you guys know, but if not, I'll see you guys there. So as I take and catch my stamina up here, I want to talk about my dexterity. So I took such low dexterity because it is the easiest attribute to level up. All you really have to do is starve yourself. So I'm going to try to keep myself under 50% of my energy, and that will give me the most amount of fat loss that I could get. Now, depending on what you eat as well, if you do end up intaking something with a lot of fat, like the olives have a lot of fat in it, you will gain fat pretty quickly if you continue on that diet. But for the most part, as long as you keep your energy below 50%, you're gonna keep your fat loss up, and dexterity is gonna go super quick. I think I timed it one time, and it's as long as you're like pretty much starving yourself, you can basically gain 0.1 of a dexterity every 3 hours IRL time. So as long as you're starving yourself properly. But just a quick tip. I'm going to search this stuff here real quick. Continue looking for our bolts. Some seeds. We can eat the seeds. I don't need to, but we can. I'm going to take the grapes for more water. I doubt we find anything else in these barrels other than grapes, but we'll keep trying. Let's see. Let's take some of these better grapes. Eat this one. Take this 97% one. This jacket's useful, but it doesn't carry much weight, so I could move some stuff around. But we're almost to the bridge, so we can make it to the gas station. So I'll keep going, and if I run into something, I'll let you guys know. So I'm still pillaging for food, but I ran into the psychedelic mushroom man. You do not want to eat these unless you want some trippy stuff to happen. But so some of the stuff that you can find, you can look at, and you see how there's a red indicator at the bottom. So it's red because it has some kind of an effect. If there are some mushrooms and some things that you can eat that are poisonous, then will kill you. So you want to stay away from those things that have the red indication at the bottom of it that says, you know, it may say several different things. But these are the psychedelic mushrooms here. If you guys want to take a ride, these ones are the safe ones you can eat. You'll just have one hell of an experience of playing. I actually do have an abandoned bunker video where I took those and did the entire abandoned bunker and the kill box with on the mushrooms. So something to check out if you guys want to see it. All right, so we're right here by the gas station. I'm gonna start taking my time now, just in case NPCs spawn here. We got Mr. Giggles, so I don't think any of the NPCs are here. Take our time a little bit here and just see, though. I'm not seeing any. See if we can figure out what Giggles is. I'm going to search all these cars for our bolts. Even though we're going to the brickyard next, we'll definitely find bolts there. Get lucky with a backpack. Oh, we got a waste bag and some bobby pins. Those are good. Let's see what else we get. Some more bobby pins. I don't think we'll need more just yet. It's a good knife. I'm definitely taking that. Put it on our hotkey. Some lights. We could sell the lights. Lead plate. We're going to take that lead plate. It's a good one. Lead plate I typically collect for killing mechs and making steel chest, metal chest. There's another lead plate, another nail. I think we'll leave that lead plate. I'm not really worried about two uses. There's another bolt. There's another nail. I am going to collect the nails because we need them for making chests as well. Another lead plate. Lots of lead plate, man. Lots of lead plate. I believe Mr. Giggles was the only puppet here. Oh well. Let's head up to the brickyard, which is right up this road. All right, here's the brickyard. We're definitely going to get our bolts that we need in here. The question is going to be, are we going to get the puppet skin or the skin that we need in here? Definitely still need to be careful. Run into NPCs, which actually, is that door open? That door's closed. Okay. There's a lock. If I was in a multiplayer server, I'd take the locks, but I don't really need to worry about locks here. Okay, nothing of use there. There's a puppet. There's a screwdriver. Definitely want the screwdriver. Alright, let's get the skin from this puppet, start collecting skins here. Still want to level up my archery as well, so choppy choppy. And I'm gonna take the skin, and if I can collect the, I'll come back for the bone. I'm gonna make my, actually, put the skin right here for the moment. Let me grab the bone. Some more shotgun shells for us. That's good. We'll collect those in a minute. Let me craft our needle. Now, since I don't have enough room to carry everything, and I need 4, is it 4 skins? I think I need 3 skins or 4 skins. Yeah, I need 4 skins. Since I don't have enough room to carry everything at the moment, I'm going to utilize this skin and this sewing kit to make an animal quiver first. So let me eat these so I can pick up my sewing kit. This jacket isn't worth much. Can't carry anything. I mean, I am carrying scrap, but at the same time, it's not worth much. I can make an extra backpack as well, too, but I really want the armor before anything else. Let's use the skin. Just grab it, come in here. And we shall craft a quiver. Quiver crafted. Put the arrows in there. Now, realistically, I could do this, because this quiver holds a lot more than this jacket. So I could put this scrap in here, and this can in here, and then I could put these down here, because these don't weigh anything. I can put those down there, and those in there, and then we have some extra room and some weight to carry stuff. Let's see what these give us. Now we'll go down there in a little bit. I want to finish searching out here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We've got us some wheels, baby. Yeah. There's a puppet. So I do want to demonstrate why I take brawling as well, but I guess I could have demonstrated on him. But the next puppet we'll see, I'll demonstrate why I take brawling. Put this in my hand. And I'm going to put it right beside our new bike. So this is a good find. This is a good find. All right, let's continue searching. There's our, we can make tinder out of that, which is actually one of our quests. This is actually, so this is a food store, or not a food, like a cafeteria kind of thing. So could take the onion. Let's go search the other building. Oh, there's NPCs. Sounds like he's just got a bow, so I think we'll sounds like they're fighting the puppet. Just trying to stay in cover here. A couple of them. C2. We search these guys real quick. C2's not that horrible. He did take me down to 50%, but I want to search these guys and skin them before they despawn. Get my arrows.
No, not again.
The ground trembles with fun.
They got a bow. This guy could kill me, so because I'm low health. So I think I'm gonna.
You dare?
There's one. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this rag that I got on this so it quits bleeding. I still need another rag to finish it off, but it will slow the bleeding. Where'd that other guy go?
Take me.
There's our first encounter with NPCs. If they would have been NPCs with guns, I probably would have been dead, to be honest. I think I hear another one.
I'll go out on my own terms.
Yep, I do. Lots of NPCs here. I need to cut them up. This is going to give us our skins, but can't catch a break.
So this is the end.
It's kind of crazy how many shots they take, actually. Got one good arrow.
Finally.
Another one. Holy crap. Two of them.
Is that a challenge?
Sneaky, are we?
We're definitely going to get our skins here. That's for sure. I need to fix this bleed. I don't want to use their, look at that. We can take that stab proof though. That'll help us a little bit. I Could cut these clothes up here. Problem is they're dirty, so I'm gonna run the risk of infection, but I might be okay because I did take 3 Constitution. So let's test it. Let's try it out. Actually, they're not even dirty. They're just low percentage. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, they're clean clothes. So I'm not gonna have to worry about infection. Bleeding should be handled now. That'll go into recovery pretty quick. And we also have our skins. So let me grab these skins, some arrows. Definitely make us a. I'm gonna take that one good arrow. Hopefully we don't lose it. Skin. With all these NPCs here, I'm definitely going to make a good backpack now. Cut him up. Could also make a good jacket as well. I can make all kinds of good stuff out of all these skins. Wasn't expecting to get this many. You could also chop up and eat these people, but we're not gonna do that. Let me take, where did that stab proof vest go? I'm gonna take that for now. I'm gonna take this hoodie to chop up. Into rags. For make rope. Could actually take those gloves as well. Here's also a rag for rope. What else we got? We got strips. I can cut the strips up. There's another. Rope. Let me see what these guys had. These guys still out here? Got my arrow, some more rag strip stuff. I could actually take the pants. Pants would be beneficial. I could fix the pants and take them. Anyway, let's go in here and make a couple things. Because we're pretty good as far as the backpack. I just need rope and rags. So let's do that. Let's cut this into rags. Now, I would like to go find some wire. If I could find some wire right now, I wouldn't even make rope. Which, actually, we probably could. Let's see, we grabbed that stab proof. We still need to find a couple more bolts anyways. We stashed that stuff in the corner. Let's go see what we can find real quick. It's a good possibility we find the rest of the things we need over here. Hopefully we don't run into any NPCs with guns. Should have left my scrap metal over there as well. Here. This is why I take brawling right here. Do a fast punch on these guys. For some reason it won't let me do it there. Must be because of my health. For some reason it wouldn't let me do it, and we are gonna have to worry about infections for some reason. Okay. This is single player, or Sandbox. Sandbox doesn't have the latency that multiplayer has, so those puppets, they hit faster and stuff. I'm not really used to that. We'll be alright though. We'll go in here. These are all C1s. There's a fishing bowl. That's good. That's a good find. Let's lay down for a minute. I'm gonna lay down for a minute, let this stuff heal up. Hopefully we don't have to make a run to the hospital, but we might. So I'm gonna take this fishing pole. I'm gonna let this heal up, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, so we've been laying down here. Our one wound did get rid of the bacterial infection, so we're good there. We don't have to worry about antibiotics still. The rest of these are going to go into recovery, and the good thing about them going into recovery is if they're in recovery, I can move around. I'm just going to take my time so I don't get hit again. But being that they're in recovery, I can move around, do some things without things like becoming an issue, because they can open, the wounds can open back up if you're too heavy and you're moving around and stuff like that. There's some of the rope that we don't have to make anymore. There's a nail. Okay, so we've got a lot of nails now. Did I need the baseball bat for a hammer? Where did I find that at? There it is. No, I don't need it just yet. This is a good melee weapon. There's some more rope for us. We don't have to do that. So that's one of the things that I like to do is, instead of crafting rope, I'll come and find this stuff, because I don't want to make rope. It just takes more time. There's a quest item and a good sell item. Let's go out here and see what we got. I should be able to make my last bolt instead of finding it in this building. Yeah, yeah, there's a drill press over there. So, let's search real quick though. We might find something good. Pickaxe. Pickaxe is another quest item. I'll take these gloves. Pickaxe is another quest item. Rubber gloves. Those will be good for a kill box. It's a helmet. We'll take that. Help us protect our head. We only need one. We need one more bolt. So let's make one bolt. Just gonna use the craft for the single bolt. And I could do this middle button, which is auto craft. It'll craft as many items as you have in your vicinity. Some more gloves, good for a kill box. Rope or rubber, could make a sword, but we don't really. We want our bow for the moment, so we'll keep going. There's a bolt. Anyway, let's grab another piece of scrap and head over to our skins so we can make some of our stuff here. We got military crates here. Good search. Look like we're gonna get anything. Need one more scrap. There. Some duct tape. I wonder if this duct tape will fix. Will not fix the stab proof vest. Okay. Let's head back over to our skins and get this stuff crafted up. Search these for screwdrivers too while we're on our way. I did grab that fishing pole. Might come in handy in a little while. This massacre that's in here. Alright, so first things first, we're going to do our armor. Make sure we're not going to use our thread for rope. So armor is the most important thing at the moment, because if we run into NPCs with guns, it's going to be super beneficial. Alright, armor's crafted. Now, we can, it only gave us a 69% one, but if we find a toolbox, we can fix it. So, it's not a problem. The next thing we're going to do is the backpack, which we need some more rags for, which we have right here. Now, like I said, once again, it's going to use rope, so I'm going to put my thread right here. Or you can go through and just click all these individual items and then craft your improvised backpack. So, but let's do backpack. Okay, backpack's good. Take this stuff out. Now, because I got one, unless I find a box of bolts, I'm not going to pick up any more bolts or nails. Oh, I'm not going to pick up any more nails. I'll pick up bolts to get a stack of bolts, but once I get a stack of bolts and a stack of nails, I won't pick any more up until I get like a chest to put stuff in. Put this food up here, crafting items up here. These screwdrivers can stay down here. Put this stuff up here too. We don't need it. Knife can stay there. Those can go there. Now, the other thing I can do is ditch this jacket, which actually I want to because it's got 4 heat. So the other thing I can do is go in here to the animal skin jacket, which I only need one. I only need 1 skin and a sewing kit, which we have 1 skin over by our bike still. So let's grab our bow. Grab our thread and go over and make that. Grab the skin, then we'll go in this building. We'll go right here in between the building. We'll make this real quick. Let's put our thread down. Where did it go? Put our thread down. Jacket, 1 skin. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I specifically need an animal skin for this. But what you can do is you can cheat the system by making a quiver. Because I have the sewing kit to make the quiver and the skin to make the quiver. And then you can cut into skin. And then what that'll do is give me the animal skin that I need. Voila. Go to animal skin jacket. We have the skin now. Craft. Now, the good thing about making this jacket is it's going to lower our heat. So this is going to be 4 heat. And this is 3 heat. Okay? But the other thing it does is it gives us 10 kilos to carry stuff in here. So we could potentially carry a toolbox or something in here. Something super heavy. You know? So we don't have to worry about it. So between 40, we can carry 40 kilos here. There's 5 kilos there. And then 10 kilos there. We've got a pretty decent amount of weight we can carry just between these 3 things. So I'm going to put that stuff in there. And the jacket's not dirty yet. So one other thing I'm going to do is repair it. So anything below 50% dirty is good for rags. So we're going to cut this into rags. Now this is going to help us for NPCs with guns or if we start bleeding again. So I want to have rags on me. That's going to give me 3 rags. I'm just going to put the separate rags in here until I get 2 more to make a bundle. Or start running out of space, one or the other. We'll grab our thread again. Let's put our sewing kit down here. We only got 1 use left on it, so we need to make good use of it. Let's fix our animal skin jacket. It's going to be good use. I'm going to fix it and keep my backpack fixed because they are storage spaces. And if we run into NPCs with guns, they will destroy our gear. So there's a water bottle. That's good. All right, what else is there? There's a butter knife. We don't need a butter knife. There's some flour. It's at 50%. I would take it for carbs, but being that it's at 50%, it's not going to be worth much. And it could be a potential risk if we eat it, because we'll throw up all of our food because of the food repulsion. So I'm just going to leave it. Let's finish searching these tables, which there's nothing there. And we're going to go down this way. We're going to take our bike too. The bad thing about a bike is, man, if you get stuck on a bike with NPCs, they might kill you. So, oh yeah, I forgot we're triple carrying. Let's not do this for yet. See if we can see what else we can come up with while we're in here. We'll be back for it. I want the fishing pole. Fishing pole is also good money. See what else we can find in here. Some pants. That's good. A couple bolts. That's good. Pants is going to give us a lot more room for stuff. It's going to bump us up to 4 heat though, so we're definitely going to be hot. Good boots. Those are good. So our pants are dirty. I was thinking about cutting them up for rags, but they're dirty. Gloves. We're still good on gloves. Another pair of rubber gloves for a kill box. I'm good on those from it. There's an NPC over there. He's just got a knife. Looks like he's like trying to loot. Does he see me yet? I don't think he sees me. Okay. Looks like he's got a knife, so we'll let him loot for a second. That's a good shirt. It is not dirty, so we can cut it up for rags. He's just chilling there. See if we can hit him. There we go. I'll get my arrows in a second. Okay. Hopefully he was the only one, because I'm out of arrows. What do you got for me, buddy? Some money. Nothing special. It's okay. Another bag. They might end up having to drop this fishing pole. More food. Good pick. No water in the machine, in the fresh water pump. All right, let's drop down here. We'll check these boxes in here. Spray paint, bob wire, baseball bat. Ooh, it's good money there. Well, it's not good money, but it is money. I would much rather have the fishing pole because I can utilize it for food. We don't have any ammo for the 22, so just leave it. Come back for it if we find a bigger backpack, maybe. How many arrows we got left? We got 10 arrows left. Sharpening stone's good. Do I want the blue pants or do I want the, man, we look like a big old pudgy boy. Big old pudgy boy. Let's take the gray pants. I like the gray pants instead. Plus, these are dirty. These are probably, yeah, these are dirty too. I'll take the gray ones. Okay, let's go across here. Check out this guard shack. Some military crates here. Holster, flash grenade. That's good. I probably should gather stuff for making a toolbox, being that I really just need some scrap and a hammer, which I could go get a baseball bat, one of them baseball bats we found. Actually, we don't need a baseball bat, we got that. That's good. So we could actually make a toolbox to fix our armor. It's probably something we should do. Good chance we find a toolbox right here. There's a crowbar. It's another hammer. We could also use it to open lockers. Goggles. Another bolt. I'll take this drink. Good knife, some sunglasses, those are worth money. Take those. Ooh, Volkswagen with an engine and a battery. No alternator, so we need an alternator. Got some headlights we could sell. And he does have a driver's seat, that's good. We could try to work that out. That's we don't need an alternator, we need the battery. So if we got the wheels, if we went to the scrapyard and got the wheels, we could drive this. Does have a little bit of fuel in it, plus I have some cash. I could go put that in the ATM over there. Let's see what else we get here. Actually, you know what? Let's leave our, there's a good chance we get wheels over at the scrapyard. We'll leave our fishing pole in there. That way we can ride our bike. There's a lock. I'm not playing in a multiplayer server, so I don't need it. Pepper. Pepper would be good, even though it's a 50%. Nuts. They give us a lot of fat. We don't need those. More nuts. I say we do that. I say we go over to the scrapyard. There's some fishing hooks. We could take those. I say we do that. I say we go over to the scrapyard. See if we can get the wheels. That way we can drive that bad boy around. Won't be able to shut it off. Well, we can. We just gotta mind where we park it. It's an actual combat helmet. That'll work. Onion. There's another rag. So I still need to cut this one up. Another pair of gloves. Don't need that. We're good on nails. Just gonna kind of search. There is a military crate inside this little building here, so that's what I was working my way towards. Another flash grenade. Okay. I think we'll go put some stuff in this car. We'll go put some of this stuff in this car. Need to level up my archery still. Basic archery. Yeah, our archery is easy to level up. That's one of the reasons why I never really take it. It's so easy to level up. Let's search these guys. Get some screwdrivers maybe. Batteries is a quest item. We can start collecting quest items and stuff now because we have the car. We can just start putting stuff in. Maybe we don't have to worry about anybody taking it because we're not in multiplayer, so. Nothing in here. Okay. Yeah, let's go put some of this stuff in the car. This car won't despawn for a couple days, so we should be good. Put that in there. We'll keep our... We don't need these for the moment. I should build a toolbox, fix my armor. Don't need the salt and pepper for the moment. We'll utilize our other knife for the minute. Keep that. We might be able to make another... sewing kit here soon. I'm going to keep the food. We'll put that in there. That's a full stack. We'll put that in there. Keep this for bandages. Rope we don't need anymore for the moment. See if we can find us an axe and then we'll fix our armor. We might find a toolbox over here anyway, so we don't need that stuff for now. That up there. We don't need all the food. We'll eat this now. 30% anyway. So we'll leave this stuff here. We'll keep our ammo. Keep our food and drink. We'll keep stacking the bolts and nails there. I need some more sewing kit, which we'll find. We should find fishing line in the scrapyard. That's a sell item. All right, let's go get our bike. let's go get our bike and see if we can get some wheels. This backpack I want to try to keep somewhat empty because the backpack will allow us to carry one wheel here. So if we find the wheels, we can just keep taking trips back and forth to get our vehicle going. I'm also going to take, since we have this cash, I'm going to take this $90 and stick it in the ATM up here for now. So, like I said, normally I would destroy my starter card, but since we're basically playing Sandbox single player mode kind of thing, I don't have to worry about people taking my card, so I'm just going to utilize it. But it would normally cost me $100 every time I buy a card, so deposit $90 gives us $85 in the bank for fuel. I can get cards here, so like I see it costs $100 to buy a card or $5,000 to buy a gold card. Now if you buy the deluxe pack, you get a gold card for free every time. So I actually like the deluxe pack and what it is. All right, let's take our bike over to the scrapyard. And I'm going to try to keep the bike out of POIs, because if I roll through a POI on a bike and NPCs spawn in and they got guns, they could go bad really quickly. So this is going to be good. Faster than walking and running. Don't have to worry about stamina as long as we manage it. So we're here at the brickyard. We're going to go up here to the scrapyard. Main goal is wheels. So I think that's what we'll search for first. I think we'll go around and get to the spot where the wheels are. So the first thing we want is wheels. If we can get the vehicle up and going, we'll come back with the vehicle. That way we have a space to drop stuff off. I think I will try to like find the gas cans and collect them and consolidate them into one can. What's the little bit that usually comes in them. That way we can actually use it for fuel as well. Because $90, it'll get us somewhere, but not very far. Riding a bike is the only thing that'll give you 100% strength-based activity. That's the only way you can build your strength quickly and efficiently is riding a bike. There's not really any other way to do it anymore. You used to be able to AFK with a wheelbarrow, but now it's purely just riding a bike, and then you got to be pedaling too. So I'm not going downhill. Like right now, we're going downhill. A little bit of uphill action there. There's the scrapyard. So the wheels are over by that. I can't really show you. There's an excavator on the other side of the scrapyard. You can kind of see the arms sticking out over there a little bit. That the wheels are over by there. Then, like I said, since I don't really have to worry about player threat, I'm just going to park kind of close to the scrapyard here. Normally I would not. I'd usually park further out and then run in, but since we don't have to worry about players, we'll be alright. I do want to start aiming for these guys' heads at some point, but since I'm trying to level up my archery, I want to get at least medium before we go into a bunker. Alright, so these piles of tires is where you get wheels. And this is a cruiser wheel, that's a Leica wheel, that's a Rager wheel. Same pile, same pile. Those are dirt bike wheels and a Rager wheel and a mountain bike wheel. Dirt bike, cruiser, Rager. Same. There's a Leica wheel right there. Okay, so that's one. four-wheeler quad. There's another quad. Another Rager and a quad. So doesn't look like we're gonna get all of our wheels here. Cruiser, Rager, dirt bike. So we could potentially do a Rager and a dirt bike now. Yeah, I think that's all of them. I'm gonna sit this wheel right here for the moment, and then if we find something better, we'll come back. If we don't find anything better, we'll come back for it. But I'm gonna just go ahead and loot the scrapyard now. There is a spawn over here for a vehicle, so I could get lucky, find another vehicle over here. Doesn't look like one spawn though. Yeah, no vehicle spawn here today. Still a couple more vehicle spawns around here though. Get a stack of bolts. I always try to get a stack of bolts and nails. They're useful. There's a battery that could be useful. Just screwdriver. Just start my stack of nails. Perfect thread. And almost enough to do two more sewing kits. Need to get us another puppet kill so we can get some needles out of him. Alright, let's go search these cars. These cars usually have very good stuff in it. We'll search these cars and then we'll head towards the warehouse over there, the building over there, and see what we can get. Actually, there's some 7.62. 7.62's not, that's a little crappy, but we could probably utilize it. Search this stack first. Might actually find some wheels in here too. There's a needle. We don't have to go find one, make one now. Bolts, nails. Here comes a puppet. You know what? I am going to take this scalpel because the scalpel's going to let me cut these clothing up and get more rags out of it than I would with my knife. Fishing line. Fishing line can also be used as thread. Lead plate. Need to find a toolbox. Oh, fishing reel. Go with our fishing line. Our fishing pole, I should say. Or so that's... There was a seat in there for the Volkswagen. There's a quest item. My middle mouse button just not working or what? The middle mouse button starting to give out. Yeah. Okay. Bolts. More bolts, duct tape, another nail. There's a bumper for the Volkswagen. Quest item. There's a lock. We don't need to worry about locks. Dirt bike battery. Okay, we're good on bolts now. Dirt bike battery is actually a quest item. fishing hooks. That front shield is a quest item. The batteries are quest items. Need a cell phone though. There's a Rager wheel. There's another seat for the Volkswagen. Here's a Volkswagen wheel. So we've got another wheel we can carry back. Okay, so we need one more wheel. Actually, let's go ahead and sort this stuff so I can collect that wheel. I need a car jack though. That's one thing that I need to find now. A car jack. Dirt bike body. Another Rager wheel. A lot of that dirt bike stuff is quest items. Another nail. Okay, so we're good on stacks of nails again. Another lock. I want these jumper cables. Where did they go? Oh. You can search each individual wheel on this. So I want these jumper cables because they give me about 50 rope if I cut them up. Once again, I don't like crafting rope. Screwdriver, that's good. Cell phone. Cell phone's gonna allow me to start quest. Nice. Get some bobbers. We're pretty much ready to fish, man. We got the reel, we got the pole. All kinds of lead plate in here. Hush. Hush, child. Hush, child. I don't think we're gonna find another wheel, but we've got 3. So we can find a jack, which is the next thing we need. Would be good. Search this car over here. Another knife. This is the kind of guy I want to level up my archery. Just keep shooting him in the vest. Okay, no vehicle spawn here. I think we're gonna go up to this warehouse and see what we get. I need to go back and pick up those wheels though. At least reset them before they despawn. Drink some water. I could keep this pop can for a grill, but I'm sure we'll find one. Could also make explosive arrows out of them. Like to see what it does to an NPC. That'd be good. Should treat him like a Mr. Giggles and blow him apart. So basically, I'm just looking for a jack or another vehicle spawn. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. I mean, if I find something good, great. But for what I want at this moment is mainly just a jack. Because if I get a jack with 3 wheels, I can drive that Volkswagen around. Here's a cruiser. Cruiser. Oh yeah, we can get a cruiser going. It's got the engine. We can go get one of those bikes. It's got a battery. Or we can go get one of those bike wheels. So we can get the cruiser going. I don't really like the cruiser, but we can get it going. It's got a little fuel in it as well. Let's see what else we got here. I need a jack. Can't do anything without the jack. Careful in here. NPCs like to spawn in here. Looks like there's puppets though, so we'll be alright. Brake oil. Quest item. There's a Rager bumper. Toolbox. Fix our armor. That's good. Let's go ahead and fix this reel too. Just go ahead and utilize it. 6 uses of toolbox. 6 uses of toolbox isn't going to do me anything. More rubber gloves. There's an axe. I need to finish up that one quest. Wire cutters. Pickaxe quest item. Shovel. Let's go ahead and kill this puppet. Or it kills us somehow. Bolts and nails. Don't need that. I really need a jack. Good smartphone battery. Let's take that. That'll be beneficial to us if we find some NVGs or a head torch. That way we don't have to... There's a good fishing reel. We got the fishing reels. We're good, man. Searching here. Probably get some clothes, maybe. Gloves. I do like the blue ones over the yellow. It's another backpack. I could utilize this. If I take and put the wheel in here, I could put another wheel in here and carry it over to the Volkswagen. Won't be able to ride the bike, but we can do it in one trip. More wire, so this gives us more rope. Let's see here. I need to cut up a puppet. Let's go back in here. Let's go back in here and sort out some bandages. Cut. Scalpel is going to be used. This should give us about 4 rags. Yeah, 3. 3's good enough. Go in here, bundle of rags. This will free us up some space. Now typically before I would cut up a piece of clothing, I would repair it because it'll give me a better percentage of a rag, and a better percentage of a rag helps me heal faster. Well, not heal faster, but heals more of the wound without having to use multiple rags. So if you got a 1% rag, you're only going to do very little. If you got something that's like a 99%, it's gonna do a lot. But so we've got 6 rags here for bandages at the moment. We can fix this back up, put this on, give us some more inventory space, fix our holster. That way we can not lose it. And then everything else I typically don't fix until around 80%. That's what I try to do. Let's see, where those... I want these. I do not want to make rope ever. Lock. This is a good battery. Can use that for something as well. It doesn't look like we're gonna find a jack. I'm a little bummed out. It's kind of shocked too, actually. Usually you would find a jack in here. And I haven't searched every car yet, but another lock, another needle. Take the needle. Another toolbox, which we don't really need at the moment. Really shocked we're not finding a jack in here. Really shocked. All right, let's go upstairs. We'll go upstairs, see what we got up there. And then I think we'll try to get... There's a box of nails. I don't really want to carry it now. I think we'll try to get the rear wheel for the cruiser. We'll stick it in the cruiser now. That way we don't have to worry about it later. You can just come back and get it. And then what we'll do is we'll come back for the wheels for the Volkswagen. We'll go stick the Volkswagen wheels in it. Okay, nothing in there. Let's see, we searched in there. More rope. I think we're good for now. We got about 100 uses of rope. We should be good for a minute. Another nail. %, cell phone. We'll take it. Candy bar is a quest item. I need more than one though. But the radio is a quest item as well. But we could also utilize the candy bar for food. There's another needle. Those are quest items. Spray paint. It's a quest item. Bolts. Locks. You can use the padlocks to make a lockpicking board or extra locks. Toolbox. Toolbox would be good for repairing the bike, but we don't need anything else at the moment. I need to save that spot for the wheel. I think what we'll do is we'll go downstairs and get that backpack, which we're pretty much done in here now. Can't find anything good. Yeah, that's good. Screwdriver. Do that. Alright, let's go down here and get this backpack. Which is right there. That way we can carry 2 wheels at once. CD player. That's good money, but it's destroyed. Fishing line. I like how you can search each wheel now. I wonder if you can do that on anything. I wonder if you can do it on both sides. Nope, not on both sides. Yeah, it looks like you can do it on multiple different things. Okay. Okay, so the cruiser was probably the best thing we found over here. Let's make our way back to those Volkswagen wheels. Alright, so we do got a back cruiser wheel. We can go stick it in the cruiser. I need to find that other Volkswagen wheel. There it is. Okay, so we got the other Volkswagen wheel. Alright. So we've got 2 Volkswagen wheels and a cruiser wheel. I'm going to go stick the cruiser wheel in the cruiser. And then I'm going to come back for the... At least I'm going to come back and get both of the wheels. I don't know if we'll walk... I don't know if we'll walk one of the wheels over. Or walk both the wheels over or just ride with one over. But I'm going to go stick this in the cruiser real quick. Alright, so we will stick this wheel in the cruiser and we'll come back. Oh, we need a seat. We need a seat for it as well, but we can push it once we get a wheel, so we can push it around. Let's go back and get the other wheels for the Volkswagen. We'll stick them in them. Alright guys, so I think what I'm going to do, I've got one wheel in my backpack and I've got the other wheel in this backpack. And for some reason I actually can still, these wheels don't weigh that much apparently, so I can still actually run. I'm just going to run both wheels over to the brickyard and drop that stuff off there. And then I think we're going to go up into the bunker and see what we get. We'll have to run, of course, but I'm going to leave the bike here, but we can come back for the bike later. There's a wheelbarrow. You know what? I wonder if I can find a... Might be able to find a jack in here. I haven't searched in here yet. If we find a jack in here, it's going to be golden. There's a vehicle repair kit. and a 20 box of bolts. Let's tell you what, let's do this. Let's drop this, take that. Yeah. Alright, still no jack. Oh, a jack. Oh, baby. What are we dropping? We can drop this reel. We can drop the spray paint. Keep that. Let's see. Let's drop this. We'll put this down here. Twist this around. Put that in there. We got our jack, guys. We've got our jack. We can drive this Volkswagen around now. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna run back over to the Volkswagen and we'll get going from there, guys. Be right back. All right, back to the brickyard. So we got the jack and we got 2 wheels, which means we have 3 wheels now. We can technically drive the Volkswagen on 3 wheels. This stuff might have respawned by now. I might be able to search this stuff again. Nope, not yet. So we could technically drive the Volkswagen right now. We can't shut it off because there's no alternator once we get it started. But once we get it started, we could drive it. Let me set this bag here, take care of these puppets. Fast one. These fast ones will get you every time. I always go for the fast ones first. So, all right, we got our jack. Let's jack this baby up. Let's pull our wheel out. Put that one there. This one here. All right, we can drive this bad boy now in service. Actually, let's take. Can I have my jack? Let's take this front. Let's take this rear one. Actually, I gotta move the jack anyway, so we'll just take this rear one. Service vehicle. We'll take this rear one and put it on the front. I'd much rather have wheels on the front because of steering for one, and then dragging is a little bit better than running into a rock. So, all right. Let's throw some of this stuff in here. We got our jack in there now. Throw some of this in here. We'll put some spare shotgun shells in there. Keep the food. Keep the sewing kit. Throw the batteries. Put the screwdrivers in there. Needles. Fishing reel. Sewing kit. Stuff. Picks. Rope and bobbers. Keep our cell phone. Throw that in there. Put this down here. Yeah. All right. So let's grab this backpack as well. We can push this. No, we can't push it. We got to get it to a hill so we could try to start it. Because we can drive it. All right. right, we got it. We got it going. That's luck there. That's luck. So now that we got it going, we can't shut it off. If we shut it off, we'll have to push start it, which we can't push start it because we don't have a wheel. So we got super lucky with it starting. But let's go get some fuel. I got $90 to put fuel in it. Now, if we just coast this thing, well, the likelihood of us running out of fuel is pretty rare. Pretty rare. But we got to coast it. Alright, let's stop on this hill. Mainly because we can start it back up if it stops, but we'll hit Shift and F, and we'll get out of the vehicle without it shutting off. So we'll go down here, see if there's any NPCs or players real quick, or NPCs and puppets, and then we'll drive up to the gas station and put some fuel in this bad boy. And while it's idling, I have noticed that they don't run out of fuel when they idle. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but they don't seem to run out of fuel while they're just sitting there idling. Alright, puppets, so we don't have to worry about NPCs. That's good. There's Giggles. Oh, that would have hit him. Glue's a quest item. I'm gonna start picking up a bunch of quest items now that we got a place to store stuff. Okay, we'll go in here and check for good stuff. Some 22 ammo. I could go pick up that. I wonder if that 22 is still going to be in that box. Rain collecting device. Nothing there. That's a quest item. These bags make good rags, so I could make potential rags out of that. Let's go get our vehicle and fill it up. Well, as much as we can, but $90, $85. But I think the next thing we'll do is run back to the trader, sell the lights, and see if we can buy on the... I don't think you need fame points to buy parts while it's on the jack at the trader. So I think we'll go back to the trader and see if we can buy what we need. Because we might just buy a wheel. Alright, pull up to the gas pump. Shift F so it don't shut off. And fill it up. Too far away. Let's try this pump. Might be because it's running. Let's get a little closer. Just see. Shift F. There we go. It didn't get us much, but we'll go to the trader, sell these lights. Might sell a couple other things, see what else we got to sell. And then we'll try to buy a wheel for one. And then we'll see if we can get some money to fill it up the rest of the way. So I'll cruise over to the gas station, or I'll cruise over to the trader. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, let's go over and see if we can buy a wheel. Park over the lift. A little crooked, but lift. Let's see what it says here. So we do not have the fame points. Okay, so we actually need the fame points to buy the wheel on the lift. I don't think that's the same case for the engine. I think you can buy an engine without the fame points, but I think it looks like everything else needs fame points. So let's put this thing back on the ground. Let's see what we got here. We need 150 fame to unlock. Actually, we need 250 fame to unlock Volkswagen parts, and then we need 250 fame for a wheel. So let's see, we're at 28 fame. Not very good. Not very good. The good part is we didn't use too much fuel going over here. So what we're gonna do is steal these lights. These could be useful, but I'd much rather have the cash at the moment. We might find some more lights later.
No loitering. You either buy or get lost.
So we'll steal these lights and sell them. It's gonna give us
If you want me to
a
buy
little
that,
over
you
$1,000.
better give me a
So
good price.
almost $1,200. So okay, I'm gonna take cash. One, because we're itching for cash at the moment. So if I put the money in the bank, the trader takes 2% of your cash. So I mean, obviously, it's what, $20, but $20 right now could mean buying food. Something simple. So let's put this stuff in here. We did get our cell phone, so we can go over here and activate our quest.
Welcome. Could you help me with this?
Find soap, find a small toolbox, find a grinding stone, which I do have, telephone booths, and glue, chocolate candies. So the only thing we have right now is the grinding stone. Let's go ahead and take it,
I would be really grateful if you could do it with haste.
because my next goal is to get fame. I really don't care about the money per se. I want the fame more than anything else. We've got another knife, so we don't have to use it. We don't care about the sharpening stone at the moment. Bam.
Welcome, welcome.
Quest complete.
Could you help me with this?
So soap, toolbox, phone booths, glue, chocolate candies. Let's do the phone. Let's take the phone
I would
booths,
be really grateful if you could do it
and
with
maybe we'll
haste.
find some along the way. We need to find 5 phone booths. Okay. So what I am going to do, actually no, we've got $740 in the bank now. I'm gonna keep this cash for when we
See ya.
need something.
Hello.
So I'm gonna put this cash right here. I'm also going to put my card here for now, because as long as I don't lose the vehicle, we'll be okay. The other thing I am going to do, I am going to search for some more scrap. Take this lead plate and these nails, because what I want to do next is get a toolbox and build us a box. And I need 7 nails, 10 scrap, 23 uses of a toolbox, and 3 uses of lead plate, which I have. I need 10 scrap, 10 scrap. Okay. So let me finish up getting scrap. Hopefully we can find a toolbox here. And then we'll craft a toolbox. Actually, we'll craft 2 toolboxes. I could have hit auto craft, but what else do we need? Toolbox. And then we'll grab these. Go back over to our car.
Hello.
And craft our chest. Shift F to put everything in all at once. And we got a box. Okay. Now, the reason I'm building a box straight from the get-go is because if for some reason I happen to lose this car, I want to take everything out of the car all at once. Now, if I was playing on a PvP server, I would do this because it would make it harder to get to the loot. Like if they stole my car, I mean, if they stole the car, they stole the car, but at the same time, they would still have to pick this box to get the stuff out of here. But for now, I just want to store all the extra crap in the box. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to store all the extra crap in the box. So now, if I happen to drive into a river or, you know, hit a rock and it blows up my car or something like that, I could just take this box, drag it out of the car, and we're good to go. I'm going to leave the jack in there because it's something I use regularly. I'm going to leave my card and my money in here because it's something I use regularly. Plus, it's something I could just throw in my pocket real quick. So I think what we're going to do is we've got $740 in the bank. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up back to the gas station, fill up the car, and then we're going to go up to the bunker and try to get us some kind of a weapon. Some kind of a weapon and some decent clothing. That way we can stack it up and have some better protection against NPCs. I mean, we do got the shotgun, but the shotgun only goes so far. It's slow to reload, all that good stuff. So I would much rather have something different. So screwdriver wise, let's talk about screwdrivers. We have 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 uses of screwdriver. These picks I'm not going to use just yet. I'm going to save these for something harder to unlock. So we'll just put these down here. I do, however, have bobby pins. I did have bobby pins. There they are. So I'm going to craft lock picks out of these. And then one thing I want to give you guys a tip on is if you take your bobby pins and put them in a pair of clothing that goes down to the bottom of the screen, you can left click, right click, left click, right click, left click, right click. And if you don't do that and go up here, you got to left click it and then find it, left click it, find it, left click it, find it. So if you bring it down to the bottom of your screen, left click, right click, left click, right click, you could do it much quicker. Same thing with bolts, nails, that type of stuff. But I'm going to craft these, and then we'll start heading to the gas station. All right, so we crafted our bobby pins. One other thing I want to do real quick, since we are going to the bunker, I'm going to leave this broadhead arrow here. I'm going to just start stacking those up. And I'm going to get this bundle of branches, tree branch, cut it up and make me some more arrows. Now, since we are going to the bunker, I'm only going to do this because 1, I've made armor. 2, I have a weapon to defend myself against NPCs. And 3, that's the next step for me. I want a better weapon, right? Obviously, we can protect ourselves from NPCs with this, but if we're going to be going around to towns and other things like that, I want to get me either a sidearm so that I can take care of NPCs and puppets quicker, or a full-on assault rifle, or some kind of a rifle that will have the capability of having multiple follow-up shots. Because with this, if I get some better rifle ammo, let's say some 7.62x54R or some 338 or something like that, then I can definitely one-shot NPCs from farther away. I can definitely one-shot NPCs with this double-aught too, but I need to aim for the head. But if I get some better ammo, I can definitely do one shot on an NPC, but I would much rather have a gun where I can just make quick follow-up shots. That way I can take on 3 or 4 NPCs at once versus just one at a time. So we're going to make some arrows. I'm just going to make quite a few stacks and have some extras in the car real quick. and then we're going to start heading to the bunker. I'll probably meet you guys there. So I didn't get lucky. I didn't get lucky to restart my car. So I'm going to push this thing over to the exit and roll it down a hill so I can start it. But if you take off your back wheels, you can turn the car by rolling it, and you can actually turn it in the directions you want. The front wheels are basically going to act as an anchor. And we can do this. So we can push the car around. To get it where we need it. I'm going to make a little jump here to the left so I don't hit the cars. And keep pushing it forward. All right, so now that I have this thing on the hill, I'm gonna put the wheel back on. And I should be able to roll it downhill and get it started. Got to get it up to 18 kilometers an hour. There we go. Started it up. Okay. I'm gonna go to the gas station, get fuel, and then we'll make our way to the bunker. Need to make a quick stop for water. Shift F so I don't shut it off. Wrong button. So the car is almost out of fuel. I might not make it to the fuel station. I might have to go and get a little bottle of fuel just to keep her going. But we're gonna get a couple drinks of water here. All right, I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. I was gonna try to turn it around. I didn't think it would just stop on a dime, but. Let's see what we got here. What could we use as a container other than my water bottle? Nothing. Okay. Well, let's take our card. We'll take our card and we'll take our water and walk up here.
Footsteps. Let's dance.
NPC kicked off a bunch of puppets. Now we'll take that and sell it. Take that and sell it too. All right, let me drink my water here. Need to use the bathroom as well. We can complete a quest for chocolates now. Yeah, let's hope this amount of fuel will get us through, get us started. See what happens. Hopefully it'll at least get us here. Just need to make it to the gas station. All right, so we're aiming downhill. Hopefully this will give us enough run to get it started. And hopefully we have enough fuel to make it to the gas station. Just not enough. Let me get turned around. That way we can go downhill again. Made it. It's probably going to take all the money that's in my bank here. Maybe a couple dollars left. Well, guys, I think what we're going to do here is go find a spot to camp out in the car. We're going to call this day 1. And then we'll come back and do up day 2 again. But we'll call this day 1. I'm going to go camp out in the bush here somewhere. And we'll be back with day 2 soon. Super grateful for everybody watching the video. If you learned something, you enjoyed what you watched, and hopefully we'll be back to streaming again so you can see that. Hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll be back with another one here soon, guys. Appreciate you for watching. Be safe.